Hello, today we're going to talk about the customer journey map. Now, if you Google this, there's a lot of different customer journey maps out there with a whole bunch of different steps and things to consider. Today, I'm going to be keeping it pretty simple for you to focus on the different areas in the most simple ways that you could actually action upon. So what you're looking at on the screen are the different customer journey areas. The first one you're seeing in the top is awareness. A person can't go to your website, go to your social media page, get your emails if they don't even know about your brand, if they don't even know about your product. So the first step is making them aware that you exist. Once they're aware of your brand, your product, your service, then the person moves into the consider phase. Is this brand important to me? Does this brand give me value? Does it give me information, something I didn't have before? You can also consider products. Is this a product that I as a customer would buy? Is this a service that would help me? Is this something I need versus something I want? All of that falls into the consider phase. Once they have had time to consider your brand, product, or service, then they go into the purchasing workflow. Purchasing is the decision to make a purchase on a product or a service and actually spend money on what that is. Once they have purchased it, you can have either a positive or a negative flow. So if they had a positive experience, then they might become a loyal customer. That can turn into repeat customers, someone signing up for a rewards program, signing up for ongoing emails that you might send out. They're more engaged. So a loyal person in this product or service flow has had a positive experience. If they had a negative experience, that would be a dissatisfied customer. That person might be returning their product, complaining about their service, contacting your customer service people within the company to get something solved. So think about these two positive or negative paths differently. You're definitely going to treat them each unique. So from there, if they had a positive or negative experience, they can go back to the consider phase of, okay, I had a negative experience with this brand, with this product, with this service. Do I want to keep considering them with my business? Right? Same thing with loyalty. I had a great experience with this brand. I think I will consider them again. Or maybe it was a one-time purchase. That would be, yes, I might be loyal to this brand, but it was a one-time purchase. So I'm considering, do I need to purchase from them again? Do I need to go back from them? That's why it goes back to the consider phase before purchasing. Another direction it could take is going up, is more brand advocates from a positive perspective, or brand bashers. Think of this as loyalty or dissatisfied flow to the maximum. So someone who is obsessed with your brand, you want to make sure they have the platform to persuade even more people that they know, maybe you don't have that reach yet, to go to your brand and consider your brand. Same thing with brand bashers. If they're dissatisfied, again, to the maximum, they might be going on every platform and complaining, might be leaving you negative reviews in multiple areas. So regardless of if they have an extreme positive or extreme negative, they could still go back into that consider phase of considering your brand, considering your product, considering your service. Is this something I want to continue my time? Because people in this circle of brand advocates or brand bashers are spending a lot of time, whether it is positive or negative, on your brand. So they have to continue to consider, do I want to spend all this time bashing the brand or advocating the brand? So that's the overall customer journey map. From a marketing perspective and different platforms, social media, email marketing, your websites, you always want to be considering, where is my user? Where is my customer within this phase? Each one of these circles is going to have a different strategy, a different tactic to persuade them, to move them from one circle to the next, and your messaging to that customer should be unique. As an example, in the awareness bucket, if your customer is not yet even aware of your brand, I mean, you probably wouldn't call them a customer at that stage because they don't know you exist, but you're going to want to reach out to them. They don't know about you, so they're probably not going to come to you. So how do you reach out to them on social? How do you reach out to them through mobile applications, through digital advertising, through your website? There might be more about us content. Why should you care about our brand? Why should you care about our product or service? So how you reach out in the awareness phase is going to be more of a broader reach, potentially, depending on your market, and it's going to be a bit more about content and why should you care. In the consider bucket, that's going to be a lot more deep information. Could be information about products and service or information about your brand, but you're also going to want to test information in different formats. So for your audience, does video work? Do images, photography work? Or do even different platforms work? Maybe you're more successful on a website versus a mobile application. Maybe you're more successful on Instagram versus Facebook. Maybe you're more successful on sending information about your products through emails and getting people to engage and consider your offering a lot more. In the purchase phase, this is where you want things simple. You want people to not be distracted because they're interested in buying your products. You want them to go and buy those products or services without leading them to other areas. Keep in mind, product recommendations, service add-ons are always good in this phase, but you don't want to overwhelm the customer with too much information when they get into the purchase phase. Get them direct to buy. A lot of times you'll see emails with a direct link to the product buy now page. You might see social or digital ads, again, direct to buy. So that would be more in the purchase phase. For loyalty and dissatisfied, that's going to be where customer service might come in, or gathering feedback. Why were you excited about your experience? Why were you unsatisfied with your experience? Leave us a customer review, and you can get that through different platforms as well. Asking a customer review through email, through social, through websites, even through mobile apps as well. There's a lot of different ways to do that, but this is where you want to get their feedback and help them to become either more positive or lessen the negative and turn that around to a positive experience. A lot of people are familiar with having a negative experience, working through customer service, and just their customer service team being so helpful, so understanding, going above and beyond to really help you, that you have such a positive experience in the end. You actually do want to consider them, even though originally you had a negative experience. That can turn around. So keep that in mind when you're working with dissatisfied customers. How can you turn that experience into a positive one? For the last one, brand advocates, you really want to enable them to continue to reach out to people that you might not have that reach yourself. So you definitely want a strategy for this bubble. Even brand bashers, what's your strategy? Should you leave them alone, let them bash your brand for however long they feel like it? Do you want to try to engage them or comment saying, hey, what you're saying is actually false. Here are the facts about our company. Here are the facts about our brand. Or PM me if you have this negative issue. Let's work with you to try to fix this. Again, people in this bucket are spending a lot of time on your brand, if it's positive or negative. So you want to figure out your strategy for your company on how to work with these types of people.